So beekeeping is a lot to do with sort of like, so you can see that those are normal looking bees.
Yeah,
so
around. But there is much, there's more, isn't there, this week?
Yeah.
Is that because it's hot?
Yes. Yeah, they'll be out and about foraging. So this type of hive is called a WBC. It's
So they can already sense the smoke.
yeah, it looks like.
Can you see?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't particularly want to smoke them too much, so I'm just going to put it on that side because I think the wind's blowing that way.
So what are you looking for? Swarm cells?
Yeah.
So what does that look like? A swarm cell?
It looks like a peanut.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll have a look inside and it'll be easier to
explain it.
Well, hopefully we're not going to see any today. The idea is that we don't see any. And the reason we're doing that is because, yeah, we don't want them to. We don't want them to fly off. We don't want. We don't want them to leave.
No.
So we're the beekeeper, we're not the bee loser.
Yeah.
So we want to keep the bees, and we want to keep them, and we want, if they want to move or they feel like there's not enough space in there, we want to do that ourselves. We want to, like, I'd rather put them in that box than them fly off and start flying around and looking for their own place to live.
Of course.
So that's kind of what the beekeeper does. He's keeping the bees rather than
keeping them happy.
yeah. And not them not going away somewhere else. So they've eaten all the fondant. There's a little bit of it there. So that's just like a supplement over winter, just in case they needed that.
Right, I see.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the scary bit.
Okay.
So I'm just going to pop the hive. Exits over there.
Okay.
Yeah, if you get worried or anything at any point, just let us know.
Okay, we will. Oh wow. Wow.
So these are female bees, honeybees.
Okay.
You can, I don't know how brave you feel, but
should I hold it?
You can sort of.
So is this the honeycomb?
Yeah, that's honeycomb.
Yeah.
That's wax, so that comes off, and you can sort of.
Oh yeah.
It's, you know, malleable.
Oh yeah.
So there's one I can pick up,
Oh wow.
and
you
I
can
pick her
them
up from like the wings
Right.
or the back of her thing. So her stinger, she's sort of trying to put her sting up.
Right.
And I could just leave her.
Oh wow. Should I put that back in there like that, or
Yeah,
should I just
could you? Yeah. So it'd be good not to drop it on the floor, because then we have like I don't know, detritus.
What's that?
Rubbish.
Right.
Just mess and stuff.
Right,
we don't want to
of course.
leave loads of mess around,
Right,
because
I
it
see.
would attract other things, and if they sort of start smelling wax and what have you, then they might get interested.
Oh,
and
okay.
come and have a further look. Okay, so this hive is looking very, very strong. We can see if we look down above, like the sort of first thing that we would do normally is just count, see how many seams that the bees are in. So we can see there's not really any in here.
Right.
If you look down there, there's not really any, but there are ones in here.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, that's a full house.
Right.
That's really, really strong.
Wow.
So that's excellent.
So they're all working in these individual bits to build the honeycomb, to build the...
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Amazing, isn't it?
So let's have a look. Let's have a look at that honeycomb. So inevitably, when I do this, I'm trying not to squash bees, but inevitably
sometimes it happens.
Yeah, you do. And I think that's why vegans won't eat honey.
Right, I see. Yeah, because otherwise it's not cruel, is it? There's nothing really cruel about it, is there? It's good, isn't it, to keep bees? It's for the environment.
Yeah, I think so. I think it is, but I don't know. Some people object to you keeping horses or something.
Exactly.
Like they're not.
Yeah.
They're not. I mean, normally they would be in a tree somewhere else, but I mean, these are bees that wouldn't be here if. Yeah, I don't know. It's sort of quite a complex thing to think about.
They're so busy, aren't they?
Yeah. So this is, when I buy this wax, this is called wax foundation,
Right.
and it looks like that. Can you see how perfect that is? It's sort of
Oh, yes.
pressed on a metal, and they've built this out. So this is their wax that they've built. Can you see the difference between that flat stuff and where they've built that out?
Yes, I see, yeah.
So that's just wax. We don't need to worry about that. We can just put that down there. And we're just making ourselves a bit of room so we can work in here. And I'm using this tool. So this is the Hive Tool.
Right.
And it's got this sort of angle on it, and I can put that in there and break that apart there.
Okay. Is that because it's sticky?
Yeah, exactly. I might get you to do the next one.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's a really busy one.
Yeah. So this one's
Oh yeah.
very busy.
Yeah.
So any guesses what this stuff here is? This white stuff.
Is that larvae? No, I don't know. Not sure.
So this is capped. This is wax capping on honey.
Right.
So this is capped honey.
Right, yes, because you see that in the jar sometimes, don't you?
Yeah, yeah, you do. So what might that be? This colourful stuff. Sort of yellow and orange stuff.
Oh, I'm not sure what the name is for that.
So that's pollen.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So pollen from trees.
Oh right.
I got some on my jacket the other day. I walked next to a plant and I got loads of pollen on my thing.
Yeah.
So that's the stuff
it's
that
like
they're
bright yellow, orangey.
So when you're pollinating, that's what they're
yes.
sort of rubbing that from one plant, from a female plant, from a male plant, and they're rubbing it onto the female plant, and then they're pollinating that. Pollinating that plant.
And they bring that in at the back of their legs.
Right.
You see when you see a bee and they have little pollen?
Here.
Okay.
Oh,
yes,
see,
I see.
she's got it on her legs.
Yes, I see.
There's a little hook on the back of her legs, so she can rub. She's got hairy legs, and she can rub all her face and her nose, and then she rubs it, and then it collects on that little hook.
Fascinating.
And
yes,
then
I see it on her. Yeah.
And then they come and they add a bit of they can add some nectar to it, and they can turn it into something called bee bread. So then it's something they can feed to babies.
Right.
And then that becomes it's basically their protein source.
Right. Okay.
So nectar's their carb. So think of cyclists in the Tour de France. They eat loads of pasta. You know, it's carb.
Yes, it's loading them up. Yeah, to keep going.
And then protein is like, think of bodybuilders.
Yeah.
So they're putting, they're building up their muscles.
Yeah.
So protein's for growing.
Right.
So it's fed to babies, and the honey's what they day to day they would eat that.
And so there's actual honey underneath there.
Yeah,
like
there's
capped
actual honey.
Yeah. Oh yes, I see.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing.
And they'll soon they'll come and start licking that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's that. So that's a nice protein frame. Really healthy actually. So, I mean, I've not blown any smoke on them. They're fine. I think smoke can be overused sometimes.
Can it?
Yeah.
It's sussing us out.
If they're okay, then don't really use it. Okay, there's something else on here that's new that we haven't seen before.
Okay. This is like darker here.
Yeah, that's it. So what?
Oh, okay.
And what did you notice there?
It's raised and it's kind of in sort of lumps, isn't it?
Yeah. So the reason that is because these are boys. These are boy cells because boys are bigger.
Right, I see.
So these are all girls.
Right.
This is sealed brood.
Right.
So there's girls hatching under there.
So is that the larvae? The larvae, is that right?
No.
So that's different.
Actually, what is it? A pupa. So the larvae is this. Can you see the white here? There's white.
You see a tiny white dot inside.
There's white.
Oh yes, I can.
Yeah, can you see it?
Yes.
It's like a maggot or something.
Oh right.
That's where the queen laid the egg.
Yeah.
I see.
So that's larvae, and then here, which is really hard to see, it's a tiny white dot, and that's an egg. So these are freshly laid eggs. Oh, there's a boy. Sorry to interrupt,
No,
Joss.
no, that's...
There's a boy.
Oh,
you see his
they
massive
do look
eyes?
different.
He's got massive eyes, hasn't he?
They do, yes.
So that's for spotting virgin queens, so you can
Oh,
mate with them,
right.
because that's all he does.
So I wonder if the queen
yes,
is
they do
nearby.
different.
That's a freshly laid egg.
Yeah, maybe. She's been on here today.
She's been on there. See
Actually,
the pollen also there.
well, these are starting to tilt. So when the egg is laid first, it's going to stand upright,
Right.
and it takes 3 days to fall over. And then once it's fallen over, it hatches. That egg actually hatches,
Wow.
and then it turns into the, it slowly turns into to a larvae.
I see.
So it's egg, larvae, and then pupa.
Larvae, pupa. So this is the pupa. Just here. Boy
Yeah,
pupa,
that will be
and then
sealed.
That's the girl,
Yeah.
sealed pupa. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can see eggs all around there. I don't know if you can see them. That's,
I did actually. I just caught a glimpse then.
it's like a tiny
Yeah.
seed of rice.
Yes,
or
I see it
something.
now. Yes,
Yeah.
I see it. Yes.
So,
In the light, yeah, I can see it
so
now.
when you're doing your beekeeping checks, that's the
Yeah.
biggest thing you want to look for.
Right.
The queen is like a bonus prize.
Okay.
But if you can see eggs, you know that she's been there in
Yeah.
the last 3 days.
Right.